What part of the journey are you on? Are you a false beginner? Are you a pre-intermediate student? Are you an intermediate student who needs to get better, who needs to learn more? So what part of the journey do you think you are currently on? Because as I always like to tell my English learners, I believe that we are on a journey to fluency. And it's important that you understand your journey, okay? In this live lesson, I am going to talk about the mistakes that false beginners make on their journey to English fluency, to becoming a confident English speaker who is not afraid to speak English, who can understand people in English, because there are specific mistakes that you're making on your practice that are slowing you down. And this applies to false beginners, pre-intermediate speakers, and also intermediate speakers who are trying to get better, who are trying to see more results, who are trying to improve their listening, their speaking, their vocabulary, their English as a whole, okay? Who do you think you are, okay? Do you think you are, what part of the journey do you think you're on, okay? Priscilla, okay, I think I'm a pre-intermediate, or I think I'm a false beginner, and I think I'm an intermediate speaker. First, let's understand here today, okay. What is a false beginner? I think it's important to understand because, teacher, you're speaking in English. Beginners will not understand. No, they will not understand. I agree. No. Absolutely. They will not understand. This channel, my channel, is not for a complete beginner, okay? 100% beginner. My channel is not. There are many amazing channels for complete beginners, but this is not my focus. This is not my goal. I try to work with false beginners, pre-intermediate speakers, and intermediate speakers. That's my area. That's my zone. That's what I like to do. I like to see the transformation with these students, okay? A false beginner is someone who can understand some English. So maybe this student can understand teachers like me, teachers, maybe native speakers who are teachers, who teach English. So they have some understanding. Maybe in some lessons, my lessons, for example, they can understand me really well. In other lessons, it's a little confusing, but in general, they can understand some English. They finish some basic lessons, they learned basic conjugations, but it's still a new world for them, okay? They have been on the journey to learn English, to speak English with more confidence, but they are in this moment in their journey. These are the students who understand me, but they still struggle to understand native speakers in English, no native speakers in English, and it's okay. It's part of the process, okay? So tell me here in the chat, do you consider yourself a false beginner? And this is a very important thing, okay? So here, I think in the next slide, I give some examples. So even though you are familiar, this is one example, okay? Maybe you are familiar with present, past, and future. You learned the basic conjugations, but when it's time to speak, it's still hard for you to speak with confidence in those conjugations. It's not clear for you. You learned the theory, that's very important. I always tell my BSA in the academy, they have grammar lessons, they need to review the grammar lessons, but the lessons are more objective, okay? So for a false beginner, they learn these lessons, but they are still having problems connecting these lessons in English with speaking and understanding in conversations or in movies or in TV series, okay? So tell me, do you have problems using tenses in English? Here I just gave some examples, present, past, and future, but there are more tenses in English, okay? Present continuous, which is a variation, of course, of simple present, present perfect, past perfect, passive voice. There are so many things, there are many tenses, but basically I'm focusing on the more basic ones. So tell me if you have problems using those tenses in English. Maybe simple past, you forget conjugations. So a false beginner learned this, they study it, okay? They did these lessons. Oh my God, teacher, I studied it, I did it. But when it's time to speak, they don't have the confidence. It's not clear for them to use those tenses. They are still going slowly in the process of speaking and comprehending native speakers or even non-native speakers. And guys, I'm just helping you understand. It's okay, all right? As a teacher, I see this happening all the time to English learners. And understanding where you are is very important if you want to go to the next level, if you want to improve, if you want to master your English and better speak to people in English and understand people in English and with confidence, feeling good about yourself, you know?